Hello everybody, my name is Tom of the Dalek Windmill and welcome to a slightly different video. So, I was thinking, it's been a year now, for a while, and this year, the year of 2015, we've had some pretty good games released. There have been a lot, let's just say that, quite a few anyway, and I just wanted to sort of give you what I thought of the year. So here are my top 5 games of the year 2015 MLG Plus review games thing. Alright then, on to the first game. So, number 1, we have The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask on the 3DS. So what I thought of this game was great. I put hours and hours and hours into it. I loved it to bits. The original was great. Not that I played much, but I've had bits on it and I've always loved Zelda. And I just thought it was a really good. We needed it. I mean, we had Ocarina of Time remake. That was good, I guess. Then you've got all the new games, so Skyward Sword. We recently had Triforce Heroes, but we just needed an old one, and Majora's Mask, and it's my favourite of all of them. I loved it. I got it near to when it came out, because my birthday is actually around then. And I played the heck out of that game. I love it. It's so good. I don't know how to say it really. So what I liked, I didn't have the new 3DS when it came out for the game, which utilised the C stick and everything. But it's not that it wasn't unplayable on the original 3DS, not the new 3D. Yeah. Sorry about that. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. My favourite character has always been probably the Deku Scrub actually. I love getting it. So fun stuff. And I don't know really, I love the story, that's for sure. And I don't know what else to say about it, really. So, I guess, it's a good game. I can't put it into words without spoiling too much. It's pretty much the original. It's nothing different. Graphics are great. I love them to bits. I mean, I don't know how to say this, but they're good. I think my favourite part, by far, was, I can't quite remember fully, but one of the temples where there was the little monkey fella. He was all captured by the Dekus, and you had to go, you rescue him, and you go in, you kill the first boss. I really enjoyed that bit. I don't know, I liked that temple. It was slightly frustrating on some bits. The boss was easy. I've gone over it a few times because you can refight the boss, and I like doing that because that boss is fun. I like Gorons a lot as well. Actually, Goron might be my favourite, but I don't know. Like I say, I'm thinking this up mostly on the spot, so yeah, I guess that concludes number 1. So, on to number 4. I'm going to go with LEGO Jurassic World. So, I love Jurassic Park. Bloody great films, I thought. I actually have not played through the actual Jurassic World, but yeah, of the game, so I guess I haven't completed it. But that's only because I haven't actually seen the film either, but I've done all of the 3 games and I loved it. I love LEGO games. I love being able to make your own dinosaurs, which is from the new film. But so I know that much. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun. Like I say, it's again with Majora's Mask being number 5, is that I can't really explain it greatly, because if you've seen the films you know what it's like. But I've always liked free roaming in LEGO games and stuff, like just going around finding little Easter eggs and stuff, little hidden things, secrets, and at the same time doing the story. The story is not exactly the same, like it is the same, but because it's a LEGO game, there's always the bits, the minor bits from the story that are still, like, that aren't in the films and aren't done over, but in the LEGO games they'll do bits of, which I find really cool. So there are bits in it which aren't from the movies, but the whole thing is the movies. That's why it's LEGO Jurassic World. So if you've seen the films, obviously you know what it's like, and if you like the films, then you'll probably like the game. If you like LEGO games, you'll probably like the game. To be honest, I really enjoyed playing through it. I got it for Christmas, along with LEGO Batman 3. But I'd already done that. No, I didn't. Scratch that, I got it with The Hobbit. And yeah, I really enjoyed it, actually. You know what? We're gonna scratch that. Not the whole thing, I mean. Both Jurassic World and LEGO The Hobbit are gonna be there. I think Hobbit came out this year. If it didn't, then it's just Jurassic World. If it did, then it's both. Makes sense, I know, it's great. But yeah, I thought it was really good, both of them. Hobbit, I love Lord of the Rings, I love everything about them. So yeah, I guess. I mean, there's not, like I say, there's not really much I can say. I love LEGO games, and if you know how a LEGO game works, you'll know it. And it's always like, because like LEGO games, it's realistic in the background, but everything else is LEGO. But I know some people have a bit of a problem with that, but I don't, to be honest. Oops. I never really have. I think it's kind of cool. It makes it seem realistic. I mean, it's LEGO as well. You're not playing with LEGO in like a LEGO house. You're playing it with it in your own house, which is realistic, and you've got this LEGO in the background. But I just think it's really nice games. I love LEGO. So yeah, LEGO Jurassic World, and maybe The Hobbit if it came out this year. Oh my god. Okay, so moving on to number 3, we are going to have to go with probably Star Wars Battlefront, actually. I love Star Wars, I've always loved them. People always have problems with the prequels. I have problems with them, but I don't know, they're not bad films, that's for sure. They are well made, they're just not good for Star Wars as much. I recently, yesterday, went to see the film Star Wars 7. Not going to spoil anything. I'm probably going to make a little review on that, but obviously no spoilers. I mean, it's like one of the biggest films of this year. I also I just love it. I think Star Wars Battlefront is bloody awesome. I've heard, because I haven't played it as much myself, but I know for a fact that the first blasters you get in the game are so, like, some of the best ones, which is, it's odd, but intentional or not, they're good. I mean, like, you can play as Han. You can play as Han. Who doesn't want to play as Han? I mean, in the films, he's my favourite, obviously. He's the best. He's the best. You know, Harrison Ford, he's my man, you know. He's my bro. Sick. Yeah. Don't know what I'm doing. And yeah, graphics, it's lovely. It looks really nice. I thought Han Solo, Han, I always think he looks a little odd, but if I had to come up with the worst thing, it would be it's not got many maps. It's sort of, I don't know, they are adding it, but I heard that it's like not as much the game. They are paying more, like another 40 quid, just for you to get like the rest of the game is what I've heard. I don't know if this is a thing still. Like I say, I mean, I don't actually own the game, to be honest, but I have played it, I have gone through it, and I really freaking enjoy it. So, yeah, like, that's all I can really say about it. And, yeah, I think controls easy. I like the whole idea of, like, the card things. I mean, you know, no droids, so you haven't got the mass destruction of them in the older games. Yeah, like I can't really say as much about it, as I do not own it myself, but I will get it for Christmas, which is only 5 days away. So, clever you saying I filmed it on the 20th. Right. So, number 2 we are on now, and this game I can say a lot about. Sadly I haven't got much time to talk about it, but I can talk a lot about it, and I'm going to put some time into it. So, I'm not saying I am not putting time into other things, but my number 2 game is not exactly a game. Well, it's more of a DLC. It is a DLC, but it's essentially the whole game what it needed. But my game is Destiny: The Taken King. I love Destiny. I've been playing it since the beta. It is, I mean, Bruce, we're not doing you yet. Sorry, Bruce wants to get in on the action. We're not doing you yet. Alright? You don't play games. You're an old man, Bruce. He's an old man! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to... Right. That was rude, and I'm very sorry for that. So, Destiny: The Taken King. What are my thoughts? Love it. I love it. I've put so much time into it. I've done as much as I can. I think I have nearly every hidden exotic except the Sharpbone. I still haven't done challenge mode, which is as of this week. However, I'll probably get it done tomorrow, so that's all good. As you'll see here, I'll be putting this audio over Bruce. No, over a game of Destiny. I'll be on PvP doing something. You will already have seen this, and I'm reminding myself. But no, I love it. Sparrow Racing, my thoughts, great at first, I loved it. However, I wouldn't do it if you couldn't get 328 pieces of armor, that's for sure. I wouldn't do it. There is not enough of an outcome from it to get me to play a lot of it. I do find it quite fun, yes, but only in short times. So I'll play a couple games, probably not for a while. So I don't know. Sparrow Racing, 2 maps. It's a bit poor, if I'm honest. I mean, Bruce seems to agree with me, if we're being honest here. But yeah, the raid, both raids. Hard raid, so normal raid first off, normal strat, that's just how we do it. When I first played it, I played it maybe the week after it came out. I didn't finish it till a bit after, because I just couldn't find a good enough team, and like, it wasn't something that a lot of people were doing at the time, or something people were finished. However, I have met some good people through it. There are some people who I've met through the raid and stuff that I still play with a lot now, and you know, as you do. and I just really enjoy it. I've always loved Destiny for being a way to make friends and stuff, as it's an online thing. I've met some really good people over it. I really enjoy it. However, I mean, Hard Raid, that came out a few weeks after the normal raid. I'm yet to actually complete it because some people are a bit bitchy when it comes towards doing it, and I just, I want to complete it. I have every week I get the checkpoint, I go all the way through. We just never get it done. It's so annoying. So yeah, I mean, I play it on my 360, soon on the 2 Xbox One when I get it, and I love it to bits. I absolutely do. I adore Destiny. It's my pet game. Why isn't it number 1? Well, there is a game over it, which is new, not a DLC, and that's kind of why it's lower down than my number 1 game, which I will not be revealing yet because I'm still talking about Destiny. Got a bit sore throat. Sorry about that. Yeah, what I was going to say was that, like, I just think it's what Destiny needed. I love the Taken King story. I think it's great. It's what Destiny needed, and that's why it's not number 1. To be honest, like, it would be number 1 if it wasn't what Destiny needed, if they were purely adding, if Destiny was what it was. And I suppose this is also kind of cheaty because Destiny has been out for a year and a bit. In fact, over a year if you count beta and speculation. It's been years and years. And like the first game, number 1, which is next, by the way. And yeah, it's what it needed. It brought life to Destiny. It brought everything that it had. I mean, first DLC, decent. House of Wolves, good, but it got boring after a while. Taken King is everything. Like, it's more into characters, there's more about characters. It's like, that aren't as important. You've got Amanda helping you get into, like, I know she's not helping you, but she gives Cayde permission, or allows Cayde permission, once it gives him, to send up stuff for her if she is the shipwright and all that. Cayde is the whole reason we do it. There's more about Rasputin. There's the sleeper simulant from Rasputin, which is more into it. And yes, we have the what's the title? What's it called? I keep wanting to say something else, but I know for a fact it's not. No, I used to use them anyway. I can't remember what it's called now because it's not a one. We've had stuff about Rasputin still. Like another gun would be Pocket Infinity, the Infinite gun, as I like to call it, because it is infinite. It's called the Pocket Infinity. It's just more into them. I think obviously, like everyone else, best Vanguard is Cayde. He's so funny. He's just a great character. I love him. I've always been a hunter. I've always liked the Hunter Vanguard, but I could never be like, oh, yeah, Cayde. I love him because he's cool. I mean, he has some just basic dialogue, but he doesn't do anything really before. None of the Vanguards did. I mean, you wouldn't get in without Cayde or the Dreadnought, Eris. You see more of her. I mean, she's the only properly developed character in the whole game, to be perfectly honest with you. What's his name? What's her name even? The Stranger. She got it in the original, however, it's not enough. Like, you didn't really know, it was all theorized. And another problem I have with Destiny as a whole, which is sort of as we come off now, is Grimoire as well. Like, I love lore. Like Dark Souls, I know so much about the lore of characters. I play so much of Dark Souls. I love it. It's not just the game, it's lore, and I love that. And Destiny has some great stuff. The whole Dredgen Yor, who was the Rose Holder, which became the Thorn, defeated by Last Word and what's his face. That I love that. I love how it's about guns, like the lore, some of it. Like Gjallarhorn came from one of the battles at the breach at the wall with the Titans. It came from Titan armor, I believe, and I love it. It's so nice. And Taken King, yeah, it's so challenge mode. It's basically challenge mode was basically being like, you don't do it properly, we'll tell you how to do it properly, and we might as well give you a little something for it. So that, like, I don't know really. It's cool and all, but it just challenge mode doesn't fit. Like Oryx, for instance, which is this current week's, is 16 orb method, which is still something that people do, but it's sort of, I guess you could say it is the proper way of doing it, but it doesn't feel like it, I don't think. I must admit, like, it's not good enough, to be honest. Some of it, it's not enough. But enough about me rambling on with Destiny the Taken King. If this reach for like five likes, maybe, I'll get my own little thing about the Taken King and everything. So on to number 1. Okay then, so number 1. This number 1 will be the great game announced at this year's E3, which they had already basically made. The last game, one of their games, was 4 odd years ago, I think, and from this you may be able to know the great game is Fallout 4. It's so good. It's not set in the west of America, it's now set in the east, I believe. It's in Boston. I'm not from America, so I don't know where everything is. Excuse me, but I love it to bits. I adore it. Its graphics are great, I think. I mean, I heard some problems that people had, but I don't see them as much. It's a Bethesda game. You don't play it for the graphics, you play it for the story. I haven't finished the game yet. I haven't finished the story, but I don't think I will for a while, purely because it is a Bethesda game. And if it's anything like Skyrim, should I say, I don't do the story. For instance, with Skyrim, basically what I did was I had literally everything to get. I'd done so much. I was level 40, I think, level 35 by the time I'd met the Greybeards. I had nearly every Daedric weapon, Daedric artifact, and I had like max one-handed, max smithing, stuff like that. Because it was my third playthrough, sort of my main playthrough, to be honest, and I was going for a warrior class. In Fallout, I've gone for a more of an intellectual class, scientific, stuff like that. And I just, like, I am not really bothering with the story, to be honest. I don't do that. I prefer not to. It's better. And, like, I love Bethesda. They are great. They made great games, you know, all the Fallouts. Fallout New Vegas actually was made by Obsidian, but still technically a Fallout game. It's not like it's unofficial or anything, is it? Yeah, I love it. I love the companions. I use Dogmeat. Dogmeat is my bae. His Codsworth. He's a bit annoying. stuff like that. I just really enjoy it. Graphics great. I never liked the idea of like zombies and stuff and all that end of the world stuff, but for Fallout I can excuse it, like, because of just how good the game is. I love, because I've always really been into that sort of older, sort of World War II era, sort of music, art style, how things were, 60s and all that. I've always really liked that. That is when everything in the game is set. So, like, it's dark in a sense because it's just mass death, but it's also just a really good game. Like, I won't spoil anything for anyone. I mean, I will probably do a little sort of, I'll create another character, do a little sort of mini series on it, sort of piss about series, that sort of thing. I don't know what I'll call it, but if, again, 5 likes around that, or comment if you want to see that, and it can be something that'll be done. I'll create another character, I'll do everything I can in it, and just, well, not everything I can. I will not do story, though, because, 1, I don't do story in Bethesda games, 2, that will take a while, and 3, I think there's more to be done in a story thing than there is if I was doing the story. It's just a really good game, you know. I will do something on it, I bet, but for now, not. So, yeah. That has been my top 5 games of the year. I don't know if you'll agree with me. I know, for instance, like Destiny, some people are very off with it. But it's my list. So bugger off if you think you're better than me. I'm just joking. No, but seriously, these are my things. I mean, to be honest, it's hard to put it down to top 5, so it's games that I like from stuff that I like. So, for instance, Rainbow Six Siege is a really good game, but it's not on here purely because I haven't played through much of the Rainbow Six games. I've done the one before it. But they're not games that I've I've spent ages on, that they're so true to me, myself. Like, for instance, Zelda, I love it. Destiny, I've been playing it for ages. All that sort of stuff. So yeah, Halo, that's not on here because I haven't got enough to say about it. And like Battlefront, it's Battlefront. I haven't got enough to say. I haven't got much to say about that, but from what I can say about it. Purely because as well I've been avoiding so much of Halo 5 because I don't actually have it yet, and I don't want to ruin anything for it because it's just such a good game. I love Halo. My favourite Halo game is Halo Reach, but it's not actually why we're talking about Halo Reach because that game is old. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. There will be hopefully I will be getting Dylan to do it, and Will as well. So expect that in the next few days. So my end of thing, I am planning a Christmas thing, but that is all dependent on a certain game that I play a lot of, which is on my top 5 list, to see what they do for Christmas. If not, then there might be something, but I don't actually know. So yeah, what you gonna do? So yeah, that is it. Like I say, if you want me to do a Destiny Taken King sort of thing, I will do that. Star Wars, I might do a little sort of no spoiler what I thought of it review. I'm actually off to see Star Wars 7 again after Christmas, and if it was in my power, I would see it again after that, to be honest. But you know, it's Star Wars, isn't it? It's Star Wars, so it's great. It's great. I love it, and that's all I can really say. So thank you for watching. Expect more videos from me in the future. You've been great. Goodbye.